Hi, my name is David Feinerman. I'm an oral and maxillofacial surgeon. I practice in Boynton Beach, Florida. It's a full scope oral and maxillofacial surgery practice with a heavy emphasis on dental implant surgery. Before coming to Florida, I practiced in Connecticut and was a part-time faculty at the University of Connecticut, and now I'm part-time faculty at Nova Southeastern School of Dental Medicine.
Grady Crosslin, CDT, Certified Dental Technician, second generation from a long history of people in dental technology. Got a lab in the Dallas-Fort Worth area and West Palm Beach, Southeast Florida also. Crown and Bridge specific with a heavy emphasis on implant dentistry.
Well, whenever we choose products, whether it be for dental implants or bone grafting materials, we're looking for products that have good science behind them, companies that have withstood the test of time, companies with excellent reputations, companies that give us support in everything from product development, new technologies, sales support, and that's one of the main reasons why Straumann has become the implant of choice in our practice.
Aligning myself with a company like Straumann, who has the extensive background and history with dental implants, is a major consideration, as well as their sales force is my leading resource for dental referrals.
Well, we like to consider ourselves a very high-end dental implant practice, and so there's nothing better than aligning yourself with the -- implant company in the world, which happens to be Straumann. So we're only as good as the weakest link, and so if we're making the choice to put Straumann implants in, it's very important for our restorative colleagues in our labs to choose Straumann components as well. There are plenty of companies that will tell you they have components that are compatible with Straumann, but they are not authentic Straumann products. And there's good studies to show that with using non-authentic products, you could get micro leakage, micro movement, things that can cause abutment failure, implant failure, crown and bridge failure. So it's of utmost importance that we start with a Straumann product, the dentist follows through, and the lab follows through after that. And besides that, Straumann has an unbelievable warranty, a lifetime warranty on their products, but this necessitates that you use Straumann on Straumann components.
When it comes to working with a company like Straumann and having a close relationship and partnership with the surgeons and restorative doctors that I work with, them having that peace of mind guarantee that behind the warranty that Straumann provides, as well as anything that comes out of our dental lab, them having that assurance that it would be a original component, is a statement that we've made vocally to our market, so that they don't have to worry about the fact that we would be using non-original components.
You know, as we just said, it's just that if you look at the photomicrographs, the pictures under a microscope of how the copycat components fit into a Straumann implant, it is not the same. It does not have the same buttressing. And a lot of time and effort and energy went into developing the cross-fit connection and how the components fit together. There's also hard evidence that if you put a non-Straumann component in a Straumann implant and you do certain tests, like a cyclical load test where they have a weight come down and pound on that abutment and implant system time and time again, that you will get breakage with non-Straumann components, or it can lead to the implant sort of loosening within the bone. So it's almost like a given that if you want things to have the success that Straumann reports in the literature, you have to have Straumann on Straumann components.
And I believe, personally at least, there's no greater or vocal of a message than past failure, and just having those past issues with non-original components, whether it be screw loosening, and by using original components, I have the peace of mind, my restorative doctors have the peace of mind that I don't have to look back 5 years, 10 years ago, what type of abutment did we do on this implant system. I know that if it was a Straumann implant, that we put a Straumann abutment on it.
We're only as strong as the weakest link in our system. So if we have a surgeon who's using Straumann components, but a restorative doctor who's using a lab that may not give him Straumann components, then the whole system can break down. It's everything from the knowledge for the patient that if we use Straumann on Straumann components, that they have a lifetime warranty on their products, and besides the fact that the objective studies show that a non-Straumann component that's compatible does not have the same fit and tolerances as the Straumann components will. So we stress to our referring doctors to use a lab that will give them original components for our implants.
And I think the same, we can have a successful surgery, and once the not only possible loss of chair time for having to remove components if they have screw loosening, abutment rotation, abutment failure, screw failure, but also possible bone loss, and that could lead to implant failure due to whatever prosthetic components are put on top of the implant. And so not only do I want to have the assurance of the materials holding up, but also my surgeons and restorative doctors to feel like something that we put on top of that implant isn't going to lead to negative consequences.
When I first met Grady, I told him that as an oral surgeon I had no idea why I would need a lab partner to work with. And now it's about 3 years later, and I say to myself, how did I ever work as an oral surgeon without a lab partner? It's everything from planning surgeries together for Grady, helping my restorative doctors with all of their lab needs, for me using him as a resource when I have prosthetically driven questions to help guide my surgery. And together, not only have we helped each other's business, but he's helped me understand so much more the prosthetic and lab components of what we do. I hope I've helped him, understand surgically, what we can do, what's possible, and what we can do. And together, we've really built up a wonderful practice for each other and a good support system.
There's no better referral source than having that synergy with your surgeon and them vocalize their confidence in their lab. And so the same thing that Dr. Feinerman said was that I get to now have a surgical perspective on all the prosthetic components. So instead of just addressing the tooth and dealing with it from a standpoint of wherever the implant was placed, now we have the ability to discuss these cases, and hopefully together and in conjunction with the restorative doctor, we're able to provide a better overall experience for the patient.